Nina, I'm finished. Remember when I told you I slept with my boss? I think I'm pregnant. I think I'm carrying his child. And I don't know what to do.
Tola! Your doctor just called. You missed your checkup again.
What pregnancy? Tolani, are you pregnant?
I don't know what you are talking about.
Tolani, talk to me. Are you pregnant?
Hey guys, welcome back to Munlet Stories, where we bring you juicy and amazing tales straight from the heart. Now grab a glass of wine, sit back, and let's give you some juicy gist. Don't forget to leave a comment, hit like, subscribe, and join the circle, because here at Munlet Stories, every story begins with you. Tola, your doctor just called. You missed your checkup again, Nina burst in, breathless. Her eyes widened as she realized she had spoken in front of the CEO. Tola's face drained of color. Min-suk stood slowly. Doctor, he asked quietly. Checkup. Tola, Nina whispered. I'm sorry, but it was too late. Min-suk's voice was low, steady, dangerous in its calmness. Tola, why do you need a doctor? She stood quickly. Sir, I need to go. He stepped in front of her, blocking the door. Tola, he said softly, look at me. She didn't want to. Tola, are you pregnant? A tear slipped down her cheek before she could stop it, and Min-suk knew. He exhaled sharply, eyes widening, not in anger, but in a shock filled with something deeper. Tola, is it mine? He whispered. Her breath caught, because the truth was no longer something she could hide. Tola wiped her tears quickly, refusing to meet Min-suk's eyes. I need to leave, she whispered. She pushed past him before he could stop her, rushing out of the office with Nina calling after her. Min-suk didn't chase her, not physically, but the look on his face as she escaped said everything. He wasn't letting this go. Not now. Not ever. Welcome. 3 hours later, Tola sat on a bench outside the Shaw Group headquarters, trying to steady her heartbeat. She had come for a meeting, strictly business. Shaw Group's new general manager, Lee Jae-hyun, had called her personally, claiming he needed clarification on a project proposal she managed months ago. But as she sat waiting, she sensed immediately that something felt off. Tola, a calm voice called. She looked up. Jae-hyun approached with an easy smile, hands in his pockets. Sorry for keeping you waiting. It's fine, she said, trying to sound composed. Tola, let's talk inside. He led her to a quiet conference room, not the formal boardroom she expected. It felt too private, too deliberate. She sat cautiously. Jae-hyun took the seat opposite her, studying her with a friendly curiosity that made her uneasy. I'll get straight to the point, he said softly. I've reviewed your work for Kong Group. You're sharp, reliable, and very patient under pressure. Thank you, she replied carefully. I'm offering you a position at Shaw Group, he continued. Better pay, better hours. No stress from certain difficult bosses. Tola's chest tightened. He didn't say Min-suk's name, but she felt it hanging in the air. Mr. Lee, I didn't come here for a job offer. He leaned forward. I know, but I also know why you might need a fresh start. Her head snapped up. What do you mean? I heard about your accident, he said gently. And I heard Kong Group didn't handle it well. If you don't feel safe there, I can help you transfer quietly. She stiffened. He knew too much. Tola, he said, voice low. You don't have to stay where you're uncomfortable. She looked away. I didn't say I'm uncomfortable. You didn't need to. He smiled faintly. I've seen women hide pain to protect their jobs. Her stomach twisted. Her hand unconsciously moved toward her abdomen. And Jae-hyun noticed. Very carefully. I'm not judging, he said softly. Everyone makes mistakes. We all have secret situations we're trying to manage. She swallowed hard. Mr. Lee, please. I'm offering help, he said calmly. No questions asked. Just then, her phone buzzed violently. Kong Min-suk calling. Her throat tightened. Again, and again, and again. Jae-hyun leaned back. Ah, he must have realized you're missing. She declined the call, but the phone buzzed immediately after. Message from Min-suk. Tola, where are you? We need to talk. Tola, please answer. Tola, I'm coming to get you. Her heart pounded painfully. Jae-hyun watched her expression shift and nodded slowly. You should prepare yourself. When he wants something, he doesn't stop. The door suddenly swung open. Tola jumped. Min-suk stood there, breathing hard, suit slightly out of place, eyes locked on her like he had searched half of Seoul. Tola! His voice was rough. Jae-hyun straightened calmly. CEO Kang. To what do we owe the surprise? Min-suk didn't spare him a glance. Tola! He repeated, gentler this time. We're going home. Her breath shook. Jae-hyun arched a brow. Home! She's in a meeting. Min-suk stepped closer. Tola, come with me. Now. Her fingers trembled, because both men weren't just fighting for her. One of them knew the truth, and one of them had just guessed it. Tola stood slowly, torn between both men. Kang Min-suk's gaze was firm, commanding, almost pleading. Lee Jae-hyun's expression stayed calm, but there was a sharpness underneath, as if he sensed the storm coming. Tola! Min-suk said again, softer now, let's go. She looked at Jae-hyun. Thank you for your time, sir. I'll think about your offer. Jae-hyun nodded once, understanding more than she intended to reveal. My door is always open. Don't forget that. Min-suk clenched his jaw, but said nothing until they stepped outside the building. He didn't speak, not even when they got into his car. He simply drove, tension radiating off him. When he finally stopped in the underground parking lot of Kang Group, he turned to her. Tola, why did you go there? She tightened her grip on her bag. For work. No, his voice cracked slightly. You were avoiding me. She swallowed. Sir, I came to tell you something important. Good, he whispered. Because I've been waiting. She took a breath. I want to resign. The words hit him harder than a blow. His eyes widened, pain flashing through before he masked it. Tola, no. It's the only thing that makes sense, she said quietly. This job is too complicated now. People keep targeting me. There are rumors, office whispers. And Vera. Forget Vera, he cut in. I'll handle her. That's not the point. Then what is? His voice rose before he forced it back down. Is it because of yesterday? Because I asked if the child is mine. She looked away, heart pounding. My personal life shouldn't affect my work. But it does, he said softly. Because it affects me. Silence hung heavy. Tola took a deep breath. Sir, I'm grateful for everything you've done. But I need a fresh start. I need peace. And I don't want complications. You mean me, he said quietly. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. He leaned back, running a hand through his hair. A rare moment of vulnerability. Tola, you can't leave. Not like this. I've already drafted my resignation letter. Tola, his voice cracked. Please don't. Her chest tightened at the sound of him pleading, but she forced herself to stay firm. It's for the best. He stood up abruptly. Follow me. Sir. Please. She followed him to his office. He shut the door, locking it gently. Then he faced her. Tola, look at me. She lifted her eyes slowly. He stepped closer, not touching her, but close enough that she felt the warmth of his presence. If you walk away now, he said softly, you're not just leaving a job, you're leaving the truth behind. And I refuse to let that happen. Her breath caught. Tola, I need to know. Is the baby mine? Tola's eyes filled with tears. Just then, her phone vibrated. Nina, Tola. Something happened at Shaw Group. You need to know, call me. Tola's heart sank. Min-suk saw her expression, and his eyes hardened with fear. What happened? He asked. Tola didn't answer. Because her world was about to tilt again, and resigning was no longer the only problem standing between them. Tola stepped back, staring down at her phone. The urgency in Nina's message made her hands shake. Min-suk's expression tightened. Tola, what happened? I don't know yet. She pressed call. Let me speak to her first. Nina answered immediately. Tola! Shaw Group just announced something huge. Tola's heart dropped. What? Lee Jae-hyun has scheduled a press briefing. They're accusing Kang Group of hiding project documents and delaying contracts. They're saying the only honest staff they can trust is you. Tola froze. Me? Yes. They said you're the only transparent link between both companies. Tola, do you know what this means? Before she could respond, Nina added, Rumor is, they want you to transfer immediately. They're moving fast. The call ended, leaving Tola stunned. Min-suk's voice cut in quietly. He used you. She swallowed. I don't understand. He doesn't want peace, Min-suk said, jaw clenched. He wants leverage. Someone he can use to weaken my company. Tola sank into a chair. But I only met him today. I didn't agree to anything. You didn't have to, Min-suk replied. The moment you walked into Shaw Group, he took his chance. Her chest tightened painfully. Sir, I didn't mean to get involved in anything complicated. You didn't, he said softly. He dragged you in. Silence fell for a moment as Tola processed everything. Her resignation was already a storm. This new twist felt like thunder striking her twice. I need to clear my name, she whispered. Min-suk stepped closer. You don't need to do anything. I will. No, sir, she said firmly. If I don't speak up, it will look like I switched sides. His brows drew together, worried, protective. Going public right now will only put you in more danger. I can't sit quietly and let both companies fight over a lie, she insisted. It'll ruin my career. It could ruin your safety, he countered. Tola looked away. She remembered the accident, the way someone targeted her, the way her life had tilted ever since. Min-suk exhaled slowly. Tola, let me protect you. Let me handle this. Her heart skipped. His tone wasn't just professional, it was personal. Deeply personal. But before she could answer, his phone buzzed. He checked the screen. His entire expression changed. Tola, he murmured. You're trending. Her breath caught. What? He turned the screen toward her. A headline flashed. Is Kong Group's rising star secretly negotiating with Shaw Group? Insider claims female staff was seen meeting Lee Jae-hyun privately. Below it, a blurry photo of her walking into Shaw Group. Oh my God, she whispered. Min-suk locked the phone. You see, this is what he wanted. Chaos. Tola felt tears sting her eyes. I didn't do anything wrong. I know, he said softly. And that's why we'll fix it. We. The word made her chest ache. Min-suk sat beside her, voice steady. Tola, you have two choices. Walk away and let Shaw Group use you, or stand with me and face them. She looked up slowly. Stand with you. His eyes didn't waver. Yes. I'll protect you. I'll take the heat. But I need to know where you stand. Tola inhaled shakily. Her entire world had shifted in one night. But one thing had become clear. Running hadn't saved her. Silence hadn't protected her. And Shaw Group had already tried to pull her to their side. She lifted her chin, meeting his eyes. Sir, I'm not switching sides. Relief flashed across his face, raw, unhidden. Tola, he whispered, thank you. But she wasn't done. And tomorrow, she added, I'll speak publicly and clear my name. His relief turned into worry again. Tola, it's my career. I need to stand for myself. Min-suk took a slow breath, then nodded once. Then I'll stand beside you. Tola's heart skipped, because for the first time, they weren't boss and employee. They were allies. Against the world. The next morning began with tension thick enough to choke the entire Kong Group building. Reporters camped outside the entrance, flashing cameras as staff hurried past with bowed heads. Tola held her bag close as she stepped out of the car with Nina. Tola, Nina whispered, are you sure you want to do this? Once you speak publicly, there's no going back. Tola inhaled deeply. I have to. If I stay silent, Shaw Group wins. They walked through the glass doors. Staff paused and stared. Some whispered her name. Others pointed at the online articles. Tola tried to ignore it. She headed straight to the executive floor. When she walked into Min-suk's office, he was already standing. Suit crisp, expression sharp. You're late, he said. Traffic, she replied softly. That's not what I meant. He stepped closer. Are you really ready for this? Yes. He exhaled slowly, studying her like he was trying to absorb her fear so she wouldn't feel it. All right, we'll speak together. She blinked. Together. You think I'll let you face Shaw Group alone? His voice was low, serious. I told you I'm standing with you. Her chest warmed despite the chaos around them. A knock came. Dae-hoon entered. Sir, Shaw Group just released another statement. Min-suk's face darkened. What now? Daehoon handed him a tablet. Tola leaned in to read. Shaw Group regrets losing a talented staff member, Tola Williams, due to Kong Group's unethical pressure. She is welcome to join our family anytime. Tola's jaw dropped. Family? I met him once. Min-suk's expression hardened. He's using your name to attack me. Daehoon added quietly, Sir, the investor board is demanding explanations. Let them demand, Min-suk said coldly. I'll crush this nonsense today. He turned to Tola. It's time. The press conference was held in a large meeting hall, already buzzing with reporters. Microphones were lined up, cameras aimed, and whispers filled the space. When Tola walked in beside Min-suk, the room erupted. There she is. That's Tola Williams. Is she transferring to Shaw Group? Did Kong Group force her to stay? Tola's throat tightened, but Min-suk touched her arm briefly, a silent reassurance. He stepped to the podium first. Kong Group has not, and will not, participate in unethical practices, he said calmly. The rumors involving Miss Tola Williams are false and are being spread to destabilize our company. Cameras flashed. Reporters shouted questions. He raised a hand. The room fell silent. Now Miss Williams will speak. Tola stepped forward. Her hands trembled as she held the microphone. She glanced at Min-suk. He nodded gently. I did not negotiate with Shaw Group, she said clearly. I did not accept any job offer. My visit there was for a simple discussion on an old project, nothing more. Whispers rippled through the room. I am loyal to Kong Group, she continued. Shaw Group used my name without my permission to cause division. That is the truth. A reporter shouted, Are you saying Shaw Group lied? Yes, Tola said firmly. Within seconds, the room exploded with noise. Questions flew from every corner. Min-suk stepped forward again, shielding her with his presence. That will be all, he said, ending the conference. He escorted her out through a private exit. The moment the door closed behind them, Tola finally let out a shaky breath. Oh God, I think I stopped breathing halfway. You did well, Min-suk said, his voice softer now. Very well. Before she could reply, Daehoon ran toward them. Sir, Shaw Group is furious. They called an emergency meeting. They're threatening a lawsuit. Tola's heart dropped. A lawsuit? Min-suk's eyes sharpened. Good, he said calmly. If it's war they want, he glanced at Tola, protective fire burning in his gaze. Then it's war they'll get. The moment Daehoon mentioned lawsuit, the entire hallway went still. Tola's heart thumped loudly in her ears. She had expected anger from Shaw Group, but not this level of retaliation. Min-suk slipped his hand into his pocket, jaw tightening with a calm that looked dangerous. Tola, he said softly, don't panic. They're bluffing. She shook her head. Sir, they wouldn't call a lawsuit if they didn't have something planned. Oh, they have a plan, Min-suk replied. But it's sloppy and desperate. Daehoon added, Sir, there's something else. Lee Jae-hyun just sent a personal request. Min-suk raised an eyebrow. Request for what? He wants a private meeting with Tola. Alone. Tola froze. Alone? Why? Daehoon cleared his throat. He says he wants to resolve the misunderstanding peacefully, and he insists the meeting must happen today. Min-suk's expression darkened instantly. Absolutely not. Tola touched his arm lightly. Sir, maybe I should hear him out. Maybe this can end without more drama. No, he said sharply. You're not going. Sir. Not alone, he added firmly. He's manipulating you. He wants leverage. But Tola knew something he didn't. Lee Jae-hyun had looked at her stomach. He knew more than she expected. And Min-suk, he didn't have the full truth yet. I'll go, she whispered. But I'll be careful. Min-suk looked like he wanted to protest again. But the determination in her eyes stopped him. He breathed out slowly. I'll be nearby, he warned. If anything feels wrong, call me. The meeting took place in an upscale cafe near Shaw Group headquarters. Tola arrived feeling strangely exposed. Jae-hyun was already seated, smiling calmly like nothing chaotic was happening around them. Tola, he greeted, rising politely. Thank you for coming. She sat opposite him. Please speak quickly. My name is being dragged everywhere. He nodded, folding his hands. I'll be direct. My earlier statement wasn't meant to harm you. It was aimed at Kong Group. I'm not a tool for your rivalry, she said sharply. That's why I requested this meeting, he replied smoothly. I want to offer you protection. A fresh start. We can fix this. Fix it how? He leaned forward slightly. If you join Shaw Group officially, everything becomes clearer. We'll announce that you chose us willingly. You won't be seen as a pawn. You'll be seen as a woman with ambition. Tola stared. I never said I wanted your job offer. He gave a faint smile. Then consider something more secure. Her confusion grew. What do you mean? Jae-hyun's voice lowered. You're in a delicate situation, Tola. One that could ruin you if the wrong people find out. Her breath caught. You don't know anything. Oh, I know enough, he said calmly. And I know Kang Min-suk is dangerous when he feels betrayed. She clenched her fists. He isn't dangerous. He will be. Jae-hyun leaned even closer. That's why I want to protect you. And your child. Her heart dropped. He continued. If you agree to come to my side, I'll handle everything. No scandal. No risks. We'll even announce a proper engagement. Tola's mouth fell open. Engagement? Yes. A proposal on paper. Nothing romantic. Just strategy. But it will shield you. Shock filled her entire body. Jae-hyun calmly added, It's the only way to survive what's coming. Tola shook her head in disbelief. I'm not accepting fake proposals from anyone. He smiled politely. Think carefully. Kang Min-suk won't forgive a lie. And he won't accept a child he doesn't remember creating. Tola stood abruptly. Don't talk about him. Jae-hyun rose too. Then tell him the truth. But if he rejects it, if he rejects you, my offer disappears forever. Tola's throat tightened painfully. She rushed out of the cafe and ran straight into someone's chest. Strong hands grabbed her arms to steady her. She looked up. Kang Min-suk. His eyes moved from her face to Jae-hyun standing behind her, and something inside him snapped. Tola, he said quietly, voice trembling with restrained fury. What did he tell you? Kang Min-suk's eyes didn't leave Tola's face. His grip on her arms wasn't rough, but it held an intensity that made her heart pound. Jae-hyun stayed behind her, calm and confident, as if he had expected Min-suk to show up. Tola, Min-suk repeated, voice low. What did he tell you? Tola swallowed hard. Nothing important. I was just leaving. Jae-hyun stepped forward. CEO Kang, you arrived just in time. I was offering Tola a safer future, away from the chaos your company dragged her into. Min-suk's glare turned cold. You used her name to create chaos. Jae-hyun smirked. Business is business. Min-suk's hand tightened slightly on Tola. Tola, come with me. She hesitated. Just 1 second. But for Min-suk, that 1 second was enough to ignite fear. His expression changed, hurt flickering through his eyes. Tola, he whispered. Don't choose him. Her breath trembled. I'm not choosing anyone. I just want peace. Jae-hyun stepped closer. She'll never have peace with you. Min-suk snapped. Stay out of this. Why? Jae-hyun replied calmly. Because she's carrying his child. Tola stiffened. Min-suk froze. He turned slowly toward her. What did he say? He? Tola. His voice cracked. Is that true? Her lips parted, but no words came out. Min-suk's eyes softened, panic creeping in. Tola, he whispered again. Answer me. She opened her mouth, but Jae-hyun spoke first. She didn't deny it, Kang. Min-suk shoved past him and took Tola's hand, not forcefully, but with desperate fear. We're leaving, he said, pulling her away. She didn't resist. She couldn't. Her heart was too heavy. Inside Min-suk's car, the silence was suffocating. He drove to a quiet parking lot and stopped. He didn't look at her at first. His hands were gripping the steering wheel too tightly. Finally, he turned. Tola, why didn't you tell me? Tears filled her eyes instantly. Because you don't remember what happened. I didn't want you to feel trapped. I don't feel trapped, he said softly. I feel hurt that you carried this alone. She wiped her eyes. I didn't want trouble at work. And after the accident, the rumors, the pressure. Tola! His voice broke. I should have known. I should have protected you better. She shook her head. It's my responsibility too. He reached into his coat slowly. Tola frowned. Sir. Min-suk pulled out the jade pendant. Her breath caught. I kept this, he said quietly. I plan to return it when you were ready. Ready for what? She whispered. He looked at her with an emotion she'd never seen before, deep recognition. When I found this necklace, he said softly, I remembered something from years ago. A small girl I met at a charity event. A girl who shared her snack with me when I got lost. She wore the same pendant. Tola froze. Her mother had bought her that pendant when she first arrived in Korea as a child. It wasn't a dream, Min-suk murmured. It was you, Tola. Her tears returned, falling silently. And when you walked into my office the first day, he touched the pendant gently. I felt something familiar. Something warm. Tola covered her mouth as emotion overwhelmed her. Min-suk leaned closer. This necklace wasn't just a clue to last night. His voice softened even more. It was the clue that led me back to you. Tola's chest trembled. Sir. He shook his head gently. Min-suk. Call me Min-suk. The pendant sat between them, shimmering with truth. And for the first time, Tola realized everything was connected. Her past, her mistake, her fear, her baby, and him. The jade pendant rested in Min-suk's palm like it carried every truth they had both been running from. Tola stared at it, heart trembling, unsure whether to reach for it or push it away. Min-suk watched her quietly. Tola, he said softly, this isn't just a memory. It's a reminder. You were important to me long before last night. Her breath hitched. Sir. Min-suk, this is too much. No, he whispered, shaking his head. What's too much is how long you've suffered alone. Her throat tightened painfully. I wasn't trying to hide everything. We're scared, he finished for her. And I made it worse by pushing you without understanding the truth. Tola looked down at her hands. You didn't push me. I pushed myself. I didn't want you to think I was using this situation to hold on to the job. He exhaled, leaning back slightly. Tola, I don't care about the job. She blinked. What? He turned to face her fully, eyes raw with sincerity. I care about you. The words landed between them like quiet thunder. She stared at him, unable to speak. He continued, voice low but firm. The night at the lounge. I don't remember everything. But I remember how I felt. I wasn't drunk enough to forget the warmth of the person with me. And when I saw you at work the next morning, it made sense. My mind connected the pieces my memory couldn't. Tola's chest tightened. But you didn't say anything. I wasn't sure, he admitted. I didn't want to accuse you wrongly. And I thought if you wanted to tell me, you would. She closed her eyes briefly. I wanted to, but I was terrified. Especially when I realized I was pregnant. He inhaled sharply. Tola, I would never abandon you. Or the baby. Even if I didn't remember everything. Tears gathered in her eyes. I wasn't sure. You're a CEO. A public figure. I'm just. Don't finish that sentence, he cut in gently. You're not just anything. Her lips trembled. Min-suk reached out slowly, giving her every chance to pull away. When he touched her hand, it was careful. Soft. Almost reverent. Tola, he said, voice breaking. I'm sorry I made you go through this alone. I'm sorry you thought you couldn't trust me. I'm sorry I didn't protect you earlier. A tear slipped down her cheek. I should have known it was you. I should have remembered the pendant. I should have. Min-suk, she whispered, squeezing his hand. It's okay. He looked up at her, eyes unexpectedly vulnerable. Is the baby really mine? Her heart thudded. She nodded slowly. Yes. He closed his eyes for a moment, not out of fear, but relief so deep it softened every line of tension in his face. When he opened them again, they were shining. Thank you for telling me. More tears escaped her eyes. Then he spoke words she never imagined she would hear. Tola, I'm not asking for anything from you. Not a relationship. Not forgiveness. Not even trust. Not yet. He took a shaky breath. But I want you to know something clearly. His voice steadied, filled with emotion he could no longer hide. I want to be in your life. He shifted closer. And I want to be in our baby's life. A pause, gentle, heavy. And I want you. Tola's breath caught. I've wanted you from the moment you stepped into my office, he confessed. Before I knew the truth. Before everything, silence enveloped them. Not empty silence, full, warm, trembling. Min-suk wiped a tear from her cheek. Tola, give me a chance. Her lips parted, but no sound came. Because for the first time, her heart was louder than her fear. Tola sat frozen, Min-suk's confession echoing in her chest. She had imagined many outcomes. Anger, denial, rejection, but not this. Not a man who looked at her like she was something precious he didn't want to lose. Min-suk, she whispered, unsure how to breathe. He gently squeezed her hand. You don't have to decide anything now. I only need you to know I'm here. And I'm not leaving. Tola looked away, tears blurring her vision. I don't know if I can trust anyone right now. Everything feels like a mess. I know, he said softly. And I know I'm part of that mess. But I'm trying, Tola. Let me try. Her shoulders trembled. She didn't pull her hand away, not anymore. Just then, his phone buzzed sharply. He frowned at the caller ID, then showed her. Vera. Tola sighed. She won't stop. She will, Min-suk said with surprising calm. I'll make sure she never stresses you again. Before she could respond, he answered the call. The moment Vera's voice blasted through the speaker, Tola winced. Min-suk, where's my necklace? Why are you ignoring me? Do you know how embarrassed you made me? Min-suk kept his tone flat. Vera, do not call me again. Excuse me, she shrieked. I'm still your future sister-in-law. Tola is nothing. No, he cut in sharply. You will not speak about Tola again. Not in my presence, and not anywhere in this company. Tola's breath hitched. Vera screamed. So you choose her over me? After everything He ended the call without blinking. Tola stared at him. You didn't have to do that. Yes, he said softly. I did. A protective warmth spread through her chest, unexpected and overwhelming. He placed his phone aside and turned fully toward her. You're carrying my child, whether you're scared or unsure. I will protect both of you. She swallowed. Even if the board finds out. I don't care about the board. Even if the media spins stories. I don't care about the media. Even if I'm not ready to be with you. His expression softened. I'll wait. Tola's lips parted in disbelief. Wait. Yes, he said simply. For as long as you need. Her eyes stung again, not from fear this time, but from something warm and terrifying in a good way. He continued, voice steady. You are carrying something precious, and you deserve peace, not threats or stress. From today, no one touches you. No one harasses you. No one lies about you. She blinked. Min-suk. You're not alone anymore, Tola. He leaned closer. Let me protect you. Let me support you. You don't have to fight everything by yourself. For the first time since she discovered her pregnancy, she believed it. She believed him. She took a shaky breath. Okay. His eyes widened slightly, as if those 4 letters were more powerful than anything he expected. Okay, he repeated gently. Yes, she whispered. You can be involved. With the baby. And with me. But slowly. A smile tugged at his lips, soft, relieved, grateful. Slow is fine. He reached out and placed a careful hand on her stomach. He didn't push, didn't rush. He simply rested his palm gently, respectfully. Tola inhaled sharply. Min-suk whispered, Thank you for letting me in. She felt something melt inside her. Not all her fear, but enough. Enough to take one step forward. Enough to let him stay. Enough to face whatever came next. Together. The next few days passed quietly, too quietly. After years of stress, lies, and confusion, Tola finally felt something she hadn't experienced since arriving in Seoul. Safety. Min-suk kept his promise. He didn't overwhelm her. He didn't rush decisions. He simply made space for her, checking on her health, sending meals to her desk, and ensuring HR placed her far from hostile colleagues. Even Vera avoided her floor completely. But the biggest change was inside Tola. For the first time, she allowed herself to breathe. One afternoon, she stood on the rooftop terrace of Kong Group, watching the city lights rise beneath her. She placed a gentle hand on her stomach, whispering to her unborn child, We're going to be okay. Behind her, soft footsteps approached. Tola! She turned. Kang Min-suk stood there in a simple black coat, eyes warm, not cold, not calculating, not CEO-like. Just, Min-suk. Am I disturbing you? He asked quietly. No, she said, smiling a little. I was just thinking. He walked closer and stood beside her, giving her comfortable space. About us, he asked softly. She hesitated. Yes. He nodded, breathing out in relief. Good. I have something to tell you. Her heart skipped. He took a small box from his coat pocket, but didn't open it yet. Don't panic, he said quickly. It's not what you think. Tola blinked. It's not. He shook his head. It's not a ring. Her shoulders relaxed, until he added, Not yet. Her eyes widened. Min-suk, hear me out, he said, stepping in front of her. Tola, since the day you entered my office, you turned my whole world upside down. At first I didn't understand it. Then I remembered the pendant. Then the night at the lounge. Then everything else. His voice softened. You changed me, Tola, without even trying. She swallowed hard. He opened the box. Inside was a delicate silver chain. Simple, beautiful, gentle. I'm not asking you to marry me today, he said. I'm not asking you for anything you're not ready to give. He lifted the necklace. This is a promise, he continued. A promise that I will not run from you. A promise that I will not hide from our child. A promise that I will protect both of you. A promise that I will earn your heart, not force it. Tola's eyes filled with warm tears. Min-suk. He gently placed the necklace around her neck, fingers brushing her skin in the softest way. Then he stepped back. When you're ready, he whispered, I'll give you the real proposal. The one you deserve. Not from a CEO, but from a man who loves you. Her breath trembled. You love me? He nodded, voice steady. I've loved you longer than I understood. A tear rolled down her cheek. She placed her hand on his chest. Min-suk, I'm scared. I know, he said softly, holding her hand. But I'll walk slowly with you. Step by step. She inhaled shakily. Then don't let go. His eyes warmed. Never. He wrapped an arm around her gently, careful of her stomach, careful of her heart, and held her against him as the city glowed beneath them. No drama. No noise. No fear. Just a slow, quiet beginning. Their beginning. And in that moment, Tola knew. The next time he opened a ring box, she would be ready. Thank you so much for staying with us till the very end of the story. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear the lessons you learned and your thoughts on how we can continue improving to give you the very best. Here at Moonlit Stories, every tale is crafted with passion, care, and dedication. Our mission is simple: to entertain, inspire, and connect us all across cultures and hearts. So, keep the conversation alive in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Till next time, we are Moonlit Stories, bringing you amazing tales that touch hearts and spark imaginations. Stay blessed. Stay inspired. See you in the next story.